I wanted to do a video to show you how to put together a kit of items that will help you produce your images. So as you go on shooting, you will find yourself collecting more and more things to help you do that. So I'm just going through a number of items that I have. The first thing would be a Shih Tzu. Just kidding. This is my old dog, Ella. Anyway, she was my studio dog for many years. So things to have would be a power strip, extension cords. So again, not having these things that you have to pull from other places in your house, but just to have solely for your photo kit, so that when you pull this stuff, it's always together. You don't have to go and unplug things from this part of the house or that part of the house to go somewhere. It's just assembled together in some sort of bag that you can find anytime you need it. Or A-clamps. A-clamps you can get from any hardware store. You just put together some nylon cord and then just clamp them together. There are a set of clamps that are very helpful, that are easy to find, are binder clips from any office supply store. These things are great for a wardrobe. If you have to fit wardrobe closer to how it's supposed to be cut, would be to buy a reflector. I mean, this is more of an investment. These things fold up small and then they pop out, and they have a silver and a white side. But again, I showed you that you could use a window reflector, a car windshield reflector, to pretty much do the same thing. Again, just clip that to a stand. Having a light stand. This is just a very, very cheap light stand, very inexpensive light stand that you can get off eBay or Amazon, any camera store. So then you have your reflector and then an A-clamp. There you go. A large piece of black material. So this is basically 4 feet by 8 feet. And I keep it wound up on, if you can see, there's just a piece of wood stripping that I got, at Home Depot. And this will unroll. I can darken large windows with this, creating just like a little gap of light to come through and light the subject. But this will go clip onto, again, any light stand. And you have a fantastic piece of equipment that a lot of studio grips have, gaffer's hand, they have these on hand at all times to deploy when they need them. And they roll up small. You can put them in your car. Again, you can create negative fill. You can block lights. You can create shadows. It's a great thing to shape light with. Another thing that will come in handy, again, if this is something that your photography is leaning towards, for about $100 you can buy this. This is a backdrop stand. So the backdrop behind me can be set up with this. So it comes with 2 stands and then these connecting crossbars that connect together and will fit. This will be 9 feet when they're all together. And then you have a stand on either side. And again, that's a great item to have because it forms a crossbar. From a crossbar, you can tie things to it, hang down into your frame. So you can suspend items into your frame if you wanted to with a crossbar. You can hang a backdrop with a crossbar. You could hang the shower curtain, diffusion from a crossbar with A-clamps. Creates beautiful light. Back to the shower curtain, where if you got the backdrop stand, you could clamp a shower curtain too, and you get a nice diffused look. So again, you could even put this up in front of the sun and diffuse the sun onto your subject. Another thing to do is, so once you've learned these rules, these sort of basic rules that I'm teaching, you should start to break these rules. So for instance, with the Northlight setup, and I said, you know, you don't want direct sunlight coming through the window. But maybe that looks fantastic. So you have to know when to break rules. If you see light, the sun's coming in through a window, just blasting in, and it's looking fantastic. What if you put this across the window at that point? How would that look? It's something to think about, because it could be really great. There's official diffusion material that you can buy at a film supply store, and you know, official diffusion that won't melt under hot lights and things like that. It's expensive, but again, well worth it if that's what you're using. But again, a shower curtain is a great way to diffuse hard light sources like the direct sun. If you need to black out windows, you can have a setup like I have with a large piece of black material on that wooden stripping. You can also buy, this is just, I think it's 4 mil black plastic sheeting from, like, you know, Home Depot. This is very cheap. You can cut it down. You can fit it to windows. If you needed to black out lights or black out windows, this is something you could use. So the black material, this is one that's not on a piece of wood. So this is not connected to a wood strip. And it comes off a roll. And this is the width of the roll. Again, approximately 4 feet. And the roll is by however long you want it. So I get 4x8 sheets that I can have with me folded up to use again to shape light. This material is called duvetine, or they call it Savage Roll. Again, you can just have rolls of this stuff with you. You could buy a 50-foot roll. I just go to the studio supply stores and I just have them cut off 8-foot sections for me. I'll buy, like, you know, 4 8-foot sections, and I have that with me for a kit until they're destroyed or can't use them again. They come in handy for different things too. Sometimes you get lighting that's bouncing off the floor and uplighting your subject. You can drop this on the floor to block light. You can also use it if you're recording sound and you're getting a lot of echo. You need some dampening in the room. Black material is a good thing to throw down. Also, with that in mind, having a small furniture pad, known in the film industry as a Fernie pad. These are a great item for to have in your kit. If you're out on location and you need to lay down on like a rocky desert ground, you throw this down on the ground and you have something to lay on to shoot from a low angle. If you're out after a shoot, you have your car loaded up with gear, and you're stopping to get something to eat, you can throw this over the top of the gear so people can't see it, to stop things from rattling around in your car, and just actually to use as a blanket for if your subject is cold, you're on location. A furniture pad is a great thing to have. If you're starting to do more and more photography, this is a, well, this is called a storm case, but most of them are, it's called a Pelican case. Basically, that's the main name brand. But these are waterproof. Like, I could throw this in the ocean and it's not going to get wet inside. It has a gasket that goes around. So this is a safe place for your camera gear, and small grip. So it's also, it also has an expanding handle and wheels, so this can travel with you. taken on the plane with you. You don't have to check it. It is the right side that will fit in the bins above your seat. So again, inside, it's for your camera and your lenses, anything expensive that you don't want ruined. Again, you could throw it down a flight of stairs. Everything's going to be fine on the inside. Gaffer's tape. This is a type of tape. It's black. Again, you can find it at studio supply stores. You can find it on Amazon. It's called gaffer's tape, and it has not a super gummy stick like duct tape would have. Duct tape's going to leave a residue. This will not leave a residue. You can tape most things with it, pull it off, and you're not going to pull paint off of a wall. You're not going to ruin like varnish off of a floor if you're on location, and you don't want to be charged for that. This can be used for a mark on the floor for your subject to stand on, holding anything. It just, it pulls off. It has great stick. It tears easily. Anyway, I just wanted you to have some equipment or start pulling together some equipment to help your photography. That's it. One last thing is what I've been sitting on this entire time. This is called an apple box. This is a full apple. They come in half apples, which is half this size. They come in quarter apples, and then they come in pancakes. So the great thing about these is that they have different heights. So it can sit on the ground like this. It can sit on the ground like this. And what's the other one? Here, here, and there. So again, if you need to set a subject on this, you'll see these in music videos, you'll see these in photo shoots all the time. It's a common seat that is included in the image. They just turn out to be kind of nice. They photograph it nicely. They don't command too much attention. You can stand on these, if you need to get higher to adjust something on a stand. You can stack 2, 3, 4 together to prop things up. It's a little bit of an investment. These are, I think, $40 probably each at a studio supply store. But you can put 4 of them down and put a piece of plywood on top, and it's the exact same size. These are uniform in size. So any apple box is going to give you the same dimensions. But it's really a fantastic thing to have. Maybe 2 or 4 of these with you. If you are, again, pursuing more photographic projects.